Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Dragonsdogma 2 and our evacuation efforts to get everyone out of town. We're following this lad here.
It is a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work.
That's not
supposed
cool.
to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders and little else, you see.
It's pretty cool in a way that this is the last one we're going to do. I know I said this maybe isn't the right order, but this is where we started. You know, it's quite cool to finish off where it all began.
Like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
Two very different views,
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain, and they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you.
Henrique is a very fancy-sounding man, isn't he?
But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
You just said that. Okay.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Okay, Siegfried, but only because you're so excited by the treasure chest, which I'm assuming is not in the jail. That'd be weird. Where is this treasure chest? A treasure chest! Ooh! Oh, it's over there. Let's go get the treasure chest. It might be a pain in the ass, actually. No, we're not going to get the treasure chest. I'm glad that they gave me, like, an alternative plan, a way to get the pawns out. I was going to just pick them up. Again, I was just going to carry them out one by one. Now, I've been given a key, so I'm going to live in the world where I need to open a door.
It appears to be locked, and we've no key. Shall we try breaking it down?
Balthazar.
Not break easily, you know.
Cleo. Skills of observation leave something to be desired. Okay. Can I see on the map, like, locked doors? Not really. Just go check all the buildings, I guess. And there's a lovely,
Gathering
lovely chest.
materials makes for dull work indeed.
So I've tried that building there. Let's hop up around here. Anyways, yeah, sorry there's no video yesterday.
Invincible.
Oh, Mount Lantern Oil, that never I think that's happened twice in the entire game. Did that do it? Yeah. So on... me and my dad are going to go see Furiosa this week. You know, the new Mad Max film. And I had not seen the... I hadn't seen Fury Road. I haven't actually seen any of the Mad Max films, but I hadn't seen Fury Road, which felt more important, right? Because that's about Furiosa meeting Max. And for whatever reason, we've both had very, very long weeks. And what's been unearthed here far too terrible to describe. We must need to report this discovery without delay, else I fear it may have far-reaching consequences. It felt like the right kind of night to have a few drinks, basically. So me and my dad, we just had a few beers. We didn't like go crazy or anything. But for whatever reason, I parted ways and I sat in my bedroom, and I drank a bottle of Disaronno, basically, and played Dota for like 5 hours, and I had a really nice time. Oh, diminished
So the ports are being
Godway.
held here by the power of this god sway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
I wonder if...
Aptly said.
No. Oh, he's there. Hey, buddy. You're dead. I don't know. I've had a really long few weeks. I feel like I'm fine and everything, but it's been just incredible amount of work going on, as we've kind of talked about. And there's been a lot of stress. And it was just nice that I just drank and played games with people. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't drink very often at all, so yeah, it didn't take much for me to get pretty lit, as it was. Just kind of maintained a nice steady buzz. But I was drinking till about 6 in the morning or something like that, and the next day I didn't want to sleep a regular 8 hours. I think I slept for about 4 hours.
We'll have to save as many lives as we can.
So yesterday I was just... I wasn't great, let's put it that way. I was a little bit rough, to say the least. I just couldn't... And I had to... Oh, God, I'll talk about that in a minute as well. Hello, Henrico.
There was naught left of the overseer but bones, eh?
Well, it was a fully fleshed corpse, but...
I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety.
What have you done with them?
I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt.
Use the God's way. One was used, though not broken, lost much of its former power.
My word. Isn't this the God's sway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
You're a good egg,
Strange that
Enrique.
the Godsway would be used to guide my brethren to safety, after all the woe they have caused us.
Yeah, you're not wrong, buddy.
A resounding success.
I think that is all the evacuation missions done. Agman Ruins, Excavation Camp, Bark Batal, yeah, Halls of the First Dawn. That was the excavation mission. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is kill this... I don't think we even need to kill the dragon, but we're going to kill the dragon, because of course we are. So that is... Where am I? Just straightforward and to the right. Actually, where's this cloud coverage? How are we looking? Yeah, we're fine. But anyways, so yesterday, not only did I, of course, have to do a Best in Slot channel video, but I'm doing that sponsored video for World of Warcraft that I was talking about. I think I talked about it in the last video. It's gone terribly. But I'm doing 2 videos, and I had to do the second one yesterday, so I think I played World of Warcraft for about 9 hours yesterday. I was just hungover, staring at my screen, grinding World of Warcraft. And I still need to edit that. I'm going to do that after this. It's funny, I shouldn't say this because it's sponsored, but it's not on this channel, so who cares? I played World of Warcraft for years and years and years, and coming back for these 2 videos, although I will appear chipper about them, obviously, has maybe reminded me why I quit. I can't say I had a fantastic time, you know.
There was something very queer about that dragon.
But at the end of the day, I did enjoy it for a really, really long time. So it's not like people can't or people won't. It's just, for me, the best thing about the game was always the social stuff and my guilds, stuff like that. And now that I'm not there, it's just not the same. And suppose even when I went back and I was still part of the guild, it just wasn't quite the same anymore either. But that's because a lot of people had left. Hello. Oh, yep, he's coming. He's coming. Oh!
Climb on and I'll send you soaring.
Why are you launching my healer onto the dragon and then missing entirely?
Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Understood.
I'm inside it. I'm inside it. It's like Aladdin.
Rise, raging winds, and scatter our foes.
Go on, Siegfried. Whoa. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Cleo.
This should help.
See you later, Cleo. I'm refusing to stand up, apparently. There we go. She's a good egg. If I'm healed, she's all over it. If anyone else is damaged, she's all over it. If anyone else is damaged, she doesn't really care. Oh, so I've been talking recently about what we're going to do once Dragonsdogma is ended. And as I say, you know, just while I get to grips with things, the channel might slow down to just one video a day for a little while. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. I'm trying to record like 3 Bite Force videos a day, even if it's not a Bite Force day, just so I kind of, you know, get a little bit ahead of time in there and I'm less rushed. Obviously, I failed that yesterday because I was dead, but I'm going to try to do it today. Struggle tomorrow because I'm at the cinema. Especially doing it on the weekends makes a real big difference.
Or is merely a force of nature?
Oh god, that's a hell of a fall, Siegfried.
Consider not its cursed origins, but how best to bring it low.
I think we're about to take a whole lot of damage. It's charging its lasers. It's a little ominous.
Removing the red portions.
Okay, so we just need to... When it's doing that, I think if you pop all the... It's got these, like, pustules on it. Pustules. I think if you pop all of them...
The fiend is quick.
Obviously, it knocks it down onto the ground like this.
Take care not to let it slither.
But if you do it during its charge-up attack, it also interrupts it. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage you're doing. But, saying that, and whilst that is probably going to be the case, things will have to change a little bit. Just short-term, I would hope. I just haven't been in a... One of the reasons this channel sort of sustains is that I get onto a weekend and I'm in the mood to record, and I'll record like 6 or 7 videos across a weekend. You know, and just enjoy doing that. I just haven't had that vibe lately. However, Dave the Diver has updated. We talked about this during the playthrough, but they announced a Godzilla DLC for Dave the Diver, and it actually came out this week. So we might not be doing it instantly, but pretty soon we'll be playing some Dave the Diver again and doing the Godzilla DLC. Which, by the way, if you have Dave the Diver, or if you don't, this is a good time to buy it. The Godzilla DLC, I'm assuming it's because of like a limited licensing agreement kind of thing, but it runs out in, I think, November this year, as in it won't be available anymore. Now, if you buy it now, or it's not, you don't have to buy it, it's free. If you get it for free now and download it, you'll keep it past November. And even if you delete the game and reinstall it, you'll also have it post-November.
Then find an opening to strike.
But if you don't download it at all before November, then you won't have access to it ever again, basically. So if you're going to get the game, get it before November. That's what I'm saying. This is very cool looking. Nearly there. I was just waiting for Balthazar to do his big boy attack. Doesn't feel like the... I guess like a bolt chain. I should probably Condescent Orb as well on its head, like that. Boo! It's going down. It's nearly there.
Not far to go now.
Don't do any damage really when it's somehow. It's only got a couple little pustules left, so I'm not really doing any damage. Alright, we've got to break him now. There we go. Balthazar straight in there with the Tempest. I mean, that's pretty epic looking.
We'll not find a better opening.
Alright, now we go for the head.
Now.
And boom! Oh. I was excited for that to be the final dramatic shot. There we go. Okie dokie. Everyone okay? Siegfried took a bit of a beating, but he's looking alright. As far as I didn't get an achievement. So, that should be all of the dragons defeated. So, I think we now need to go back to... Let me check my quests. I have none. So I think we're going to head back to the camp. Where are my fairy stones? Seafloor Shrine, right? I want to have a look at the gear vendor. I don't think it matters anymore. I think we may actually be done with the game, but we'll have a chat with the gear vendor all the same. My elbow's so itchy. I don't know what's going on with it.
Issue, but how...
Oh. Meanwhile, but I'm there. Oh no. Oh, there's a final one.
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
Like, you've already made this point, Pathfinder. We don't need to go through it again. This really bugs me. I've been having a conversation with someone lately, and I did something that they... And I don't disagree, but I needed to apologize for, right? I had to apologize for... I don't know, the way I worded things or something like that, whatever it was. So I apologized. And, like, days later, going on about it still, I'm like, yeah, but I've apologized. Like, there's just nothing else to say on the matter. Like, it's done, no? You can still be annoyed, but, like, there's no added context to throw on here. I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's, people have every right to feel how they want to feel, blah, blah, blah. So, as you can see, the shrine is populated with all the different blacksmiths, which is pretty cool. A gajillion different blacksmiths. So, I want to go talk to Dragon Boy, as he's officially known. When I remember where Dragon Boy is. It's interesting that it's the end of the world. I've saved all these people. Oh, there he is. I've saved all these people's lives, and yet they're still charging me for things. Like, I totally get why they don't just make things free, but in terms of, like, from an RP perspective, I don't think it makes any sense whatsoever. Why I still... Oh, it's called Dragonsdogma. Why I still have to pay for things at this point, you know? I mean, that's very silly. I'm just going to have a quick look for the gear. We should buy some stuff for Balthasar as well. Are they better? They do look cooler. I'll grab those. It's the armor that I want to change. Did I never get that? I'm going to grab that as well. Oh, man.
Flows through the vein.
Okay. Balthasar, my friend. What have we got for you? Runic Golters. Grab those. Silhouette of Sorcery. That's a good upgrade, actually. And Deadly Nightshade. Sure. Anything else? Weapon. Dragon's Wit. Oh, that's a big upgrade as well. Go on, then. Go on, then. There you go.
Of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
I think this helmet is the helmet for
I cannot wait
this
for
gear
this
set.
new equipment to use.
Let us hope 'tis not mere frippery.
And also, really handy, we've got... I mean, we're going to do one more battle, so I guess since it's the final, we may as well prepare as much as we can. Where's that elf at? You the elf? There we go. So we want to upgrade with elven stuff because we're... Well, I mean, do we though? No, we want to upgrade Balthasar with elvish stuff. Because that's going to focus his magic more than anything else. Let's get all this stuff upgraded. I'm just going to go and do mine. I don't want to use any of the materials that I'm going to need because obviously it's more important to upgrade me than him. I think for me... For this... No, I mean, I'm a magic archer now. I keep thinking I'm a mystic spearhand. Yeah, we want to upgrade our magic more than anything else. Okay. So, green heart, there we go. We can actually upgrade it. Cool. 70 more magic. Well, 63, but still. Again, granite Medusa bone. Not a chance. I guess when it comes to this stuff, you don't necessarily want to do like this, but whatever. Eh? Hey! I was hoping that I could get one to max level at least. So I can't do that. Let's try this. Dark scale. Goddamn dark scales. So unfortunately, can't max out any of my gear. Balthazar! See what we can do with you. Eh? Ah, goddamn Medusa. Eh? Goddamn Medusa. Eh? Goddamn Medusa. Yep. And a Doulahan. What the heck a Doulahan is? Cursed Doulahan. I don't know what a Doulahan is. Well, we got him all to level 2.
In Lalastar.
Lalastar.
Larasul Al-Kawa.
Lalasul. I'm just going to sell some stuff. Don't need you anymore. Yeah, you can see how much we've upgraded over that now. Even though that was upgraded 1 level. Oh no, they've upgraded the same level, aren't they? Here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And for Balthazar, he's got some spare stuff now as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And what we can do then, let's go chat to Dragon Boy one more time. Hello, Dragon Boy.
Since times of remember.
And we can enhance this with cut the weight in half, which is pretty cool. Gives a little stat bonus, but really it's about cutting the weight in half more than anything else. And that's just cool to... Yeah, there we go. Strength for the weapon in Wormfire. It's a helmet, but still. In Wormfire. Unfortunately, can't do it for Balthazar.
Draconic blood. Then I bid ye farewell.
Is it glowing? Oh, it is. It's got... Is it? Am I crazy? Let me check. Is there an effect on that? It's hard to tell. I think so, yeah. It's got like this red wibbly-wobbly effect. Because it's been forged in Hellfire.
Come take a look.
Is the requirements the same? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it can't be, because I can upgrade that now. So different... I didn't actually know this. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick chat with a few of these different blacksmiths. See if I can do anything. There's one over here. Somewhere. You a blacksmith?
Got any tales?
No. Where's that dwarf? There's that dwarf.
Don't bring.
Oh.
With Brocker's teachings under my...
Here we go.
Away. My hammer is at...
Eh? Hey! Cool, cool, cool. Oh, and again, very nice. And it's defense stuff, so it doesn't really matter that it's, you know, melee focused. I had no idea it required different things. I thought they all required the same stuff. Today I learned.
Your disposal, sir. Pleasure doing business with you.
So I've checked in with the elves, I've checked in with those. I think I've done all 3 now.
During my time with Lord
I'm missing... Oh wait, no, I'm not. I am, yeah. There's 2 blacksmiths over here. There's this one, but there's meant to be another one. There's no one here.
Faith in our bond remains steadfast.
Thanks, Balthazar.
Since time remember.
Means we can enhance our greaves as well. And upgrade Nightshade for Balthazar.
Draconic blood. Then I bid ye farewell.
Are they glowing? The greaves are pretty sweet. These giant steel dragons on the kneecaps. Very good for things. Anyway, so let's go handle this thing over here. I wonder if everyone will join in. Oh, should we rest? Ah, that's silly. So, this is the 6th of the dragons. Only appears once you've defeated the other 5. How is it going to be different? My elbow's so itchy. Oh. Oh God. Well, that was unexpected.
Time has seen worlds uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, Arisen. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon all along. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's dogma. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end.
Ah!
Such is the choice you have made, Arisen. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill the roles they have assigned.
Oh no! Oh no!
The pawns are no exception. Born of the nothingness of oblivion, they were granted the role of aiding in the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, bereft of the dragon, that role has been...
Balthazar!
Clear to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. It is the means to shape the world as one desires. Master!
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.
Huh. The end of the cycle. Wait, so... Also, for what it's worth, if I knew that was going to happen, I would have talked to the quest marker person first about the evacuation, but I didn't realise this was going to happen. I guess you do have to kill all the dragons to get the true ending. Or weaken my beloved. So what's the suggestion here? There's two ways to interpret this, right? Is this a new cycle, as in the entire thing I was trying to break in the first place? You know, the dragon, oblivion, the Arisen, cycling over and over again in perpetuity to sustain the planet. Is that just happened again? Or have we ended the cycle and rebirthed a new world that will not be at the whims of the Pathfinder and the Dragon and Oblivion and the Arisen? Is this now a safe, uncycled world? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, it would seem very... It would seem daft story-wise to me if what happens is you refute destiny, unlock this entire unmoored world post-game, evacuate all the people, defeat all these dragons, and then you just go back and do what you did in the first place. You know, that means you do the thing that you didn't do initially to cause the unmoored world. So in terms of just like a nice story progression, is that the thing we needed to do to finally rid the world of the cycle? I suspect so. Given the optimism. My dearest friends, Brant, #1. Really? Who? Oh, God, Murden. I didn't even like Murden. Stalwart allies. Cleo, of course. Lydia was there for a long time until she unfortunately died recently. Aaron, this is nice, like blast from the past. Journey together, 130. Look at those legs. How powerful! I didn't realise. I'm sorry. Oh, buddy, I had no idea. Okay. I always feel bad for the people who are in the extra credits. It's the old man by the sea. Oh, Isabella, enemy 2005. I only died twice, but I used 12 wake stones. So, I died 14 times. Which is fine, I think. Restart game with current level and equipment. So we now have a new game plus option. We don't have a continue from where we were. We can't go back to the unmoored world now. I believe there's equipment that is specific to New Game Plus, so there's a reason to play through NG Plus. In terms of story, it didn't feel like it was a story where I guess I made micro choices. It's not like Mass Effect where you play again to see how things play out completely differently. But I feel like it's the kind of game where you can handle quests in many different ways, so you could do things differently and see what happens. And I think especially early game, there's a lot of stuff I would probably do differently now, knowing what I know now. I would do things like kill the Sphinx and stuff like that. Go track down the Medusa. Yada yada yada. I never did get my ultimate ability from Mystic Spear Hand either, so there's definitely things I would do. I'm not going to play again, don't get me wrong. There is a suggestion the game is going to have a DLC, so that's going to be interesting. How much of the game am I going to have to play to get to the DLC content? We'll have to see about that. Now that I think about it, maybe this was a well, I had to finish the playthrough. I had to, but when the DLC comes out, maybe I'll suffer for that. But we'll restart at our current level, so if it's level gated, we'll be fine. We'll have 56, we're ready to rock. Check out the DLC when it happens. I think there's a DLC coming. There was a suggestion a while ago. There's a big old spiderweb. Hello. So Dragonsdogma 2. I enjoyed it. I really did. It's a good game. I do have criticisms, and I have loves. I think the pawns are brilliant. I know the dialogue can get a little bit repetitive, but I grew very, very attached to Balthazar, and I'm very glad he got his will of his own at the end there. You know, he's become his own man. I'm really curious how the world is meant to be different now. I suspect it isn't. I suspect we've just begun a new cycle, but maybe now the pawns have their own will. Maybe that's the difference. Oh, I don't know. It's confusing. So, problems with the game. My main problem with the game is I think that there's too many enemies. Funnily enough, there's just too much combat. You so rarely get to just explore and look around and like enjoy the moment, because every 5 seconds you're trying to kill something. It is relentless. It's absolutely relentless, and it's too much. It's way too much. I would cut encounters. I think you could cut the amount of wild encounters you have in half, and it would still feel like there's quite a lot. That's how egregious it is at the moment. The game is very obscure and tedious sometimes on purpose, but I don't really mind that. There's no point... You know, there's a lot of people I remember complaining about the travel. I've got to say, at no point in the game did I find the travel particularly annoying. I think it's nice when a game is okay to kind of not necessarily hold your hand too much. It's kind of a refreshing change of pace. I think the game suffers a little bit from... Maybe, like, by the time you get to Batal, you've kind of seen everything there is to see. You know, it's kind of why I maybe didn't explore Batal as much as I explored Verdund. It's just because it didn't feel like there was anything left for the game to offer me in a way. I enjoyed playing it from a minute-to-minute basis, but it felt like I was just going to go and see the same sort of caves and places I've already seen. It lacks variety in the open world. You compare it to something like Elden Ring, which is a very harsh comparison. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Elden Ring had its fair share of problems with like repetitive bosses and stuff like that, but if you compare the sort of the world that you discover in both games, Dragonsdogma seems horrendous in comparison in terms of, you know, Batal and Verdund, etc. They're all very pretty, but you think about going down underground in Elden Ring, or when you first see Laenel, or whatever the heck it's called, or when you go up into the mountains, or, you know, in terms of variety of environment and the spectacularity of those environments, it's a very different game. Don't get me wrong, Dragonsdogma is going for a much more grounded feel, but it never felt like exploration was rewarded as much as it probably should have been. Very rarely did it feel like, you know, oh, I'm really glad I came into this cave kind of thing, you know, or, oh, we've just seen something brand new. It feels like you've seen everything by the sort of 3rd mark. It needs way more enemies. It needs much bigger enemy variety, more like mini bosses and stuff like that, more dungeons, actual dungeons with mini bosses. But I still really enjoyed it. There's still, I know that was the negative bit, okay? That doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the game. There's a lot of positives. It had the feeling, at least especially in the first half, it had a feeling of this game where just random stuff kept happening to me, you know, and it's got a really cool, emergent gameplay vibe in that you'll get into combat and just daft things will happen and your pawns will go flying, an ogre will form a bridge. You know, you never quite knew how a big fight would go. And I really enjoyed that aspect a lot. And I think the story could have done with some work. It felt quite disconnected. All these disparate parts didn't really come into a cohesive whole for me. And I'm still not really sure what happened at the end there. Whether we're back in the same cycle. You know, if I restart game, is everything exactly the same as it was? Because that feels a little bit dissatisfying, I would say, story-wise. But beyond that, I had a really good time, and I'm glad I played it, and I will definitely be back for the DLC, if indeed there is one on the way. There's been rumours of like a snowy section for the DLC, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to have to get rid of the spider web. But, so yeah, that's it from me. We are going to play the Dave the Diver Godzilla DLC. I can imagine it's probably only a couple hours worth. That might not start till next week. Bear and Breakfast is going to carry on anyway. I've nearly finished that. So you'll be able to enjoy that for a little while, and then we'll see what happens after that. Either way, thank you very much for everyone who joined me for the entirety of Dragon's Dogma 2. Thank you for all the comments and stuff like that, and I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much of as always. Bye-bye.